Hey, good morning. I'm Tisia. Thank you for joining us on Good Day Sunday. Bear with me today because I just told Kylie this. Your girl got like 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I'm telling you, college football Saturdays, it'll do that to you. It affects your emotions for the whole rest of the week.
Yep.
Brutal, rough, but we're in this together.
Yep.
We're going to get through it. Yeah, but bear with us. A little sleepy this morning. Okay. I tell you what, though, yesterday afternoon ended up being kind of interesting. So yesterday morning, I was talking about the potential for a couple of showers and thunderstorms through the peak heating hours of the afternoon, coverage at about 20%. And what we ended up seeing late in the day yesterday was a very well-placed thunderstorm. We're talking it developed in southern Collin County, drifted into northern Dallas County, moved right through downtown Dallas, and then split into two and continued to move off to the south and southwest. And it was noisy. If you got caught in that, I mean, rainfall rates were high. We saw some very heavy rain showers out of that, as well as a whole lot of lightning and some gusty winds too. Now, I mentioned that yesterday, slightly lower coverage than what we expect to see today. Yesterday's coverage 20%. Today, I'm bumping that up to about 30 to 40%. So yesterday's forecast verified because we only saw one thunderstorm. Today, I do think we see a few additional showers and thunderstorms, and similar to yesterday, they will have the potential to become strong. Temperatures this morning, 70s to start, very hot, very humid this afternoon, mid-90s for high temperatures, feeling even hotter than that. And yes, more shower and thunderstorm chances are on the way. I will time that out for you, and we will take a closer look at your Labor Day forecast coming up.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Kylie. Well, a girl is in serious condition after being shot in a motel room. It was around midnight when police were called to the Red Roof Inn along Central Expressway near Spring Valley Road in far north Dallas. They say a fight between a group of people ended in gunfire. At least one bullet struck the juvenile, and police say the shooter ran away. The circumstances surrounding the shooting are under investigation. And Fort Worth police say a unique surveillance camera system led to the arrest of an aggravated assault suspect. They call it the Flock license plate reading camera. So Saturday afternoon, the camera captured the image of a vehicle wanted for a stolen license plate. The driver led officers on a chase from East Loop 820 near the Arlington City line to South Oak Cliff in Dallas. The driver tried to run but was caught. Police did not release the person's name. A North Texas business owner is hoping surveillance video will help police find the burglars who ripped off his auto shop. And that shop owner says he has learned several lessons after tens of thousands of dollars were stolen. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager reports.
It's a walk into work George Cortez has been doing since he was 24.
I love my job. It's one of my things.
Now, as the owner of Styles Automotive in Mesquite, Cortez is facing the biggest setback, a brazen break-in.
It's a hard thing to swallow.
Tens of thousands of dollars stolen from his cash box and his safe.
You can tell right there they cut the lock with some kind of saw, I guess, and he punched the window, his hand in there, and opened the lock from inside.
Surveillance video shows Wednesday morning just before 5 a.m. two people dressed in hoods exit a white truck parked outside. The thieves immediately go through all the drawers, eventually finding a silver cash box and a black safe. One of them is seen carrying the safe out as the alarms continue to blare. Cortez was then notified to head down to the shop.
I went in there and I didn't see the safe itself, I guess.
Cortez says he was saving up for business renovations, plus for personal reasons he had saved up for his family.
I think it was stupid to leave it in there, really, truly. I mean, not honestly, but it can happen one time, but it won't happen twice. Yeah, I learned my lesson.
A hard lesson to learn, but Cortez points out the positive.
We're alive, we have help, and we can start again.
Following Labor Day weekend, the shop will open on Tuesday with a message to all of their customers.
We're here for business, you know, and we're going to keep going and keep offering the service for the community.
Peyton Yeager, Fox 4 News.
And Mr. Cortez says he will never leave cash in the store overnight again. Mesquite police are still trying to find the burglars and see if they are connected to any other crimes in that area. Well, sheriff's deputies in Mississippi arrested an airplane pilot who they say threatened to crash into a Walmart. Police in Tupelo say the stolen single-engine aircraft started circling the city early Saturday morning. They say the pilot threatened to intentionally crash the aircraft into a Walmart and a convenience store. Both were evacuated, but the pilot, identified as Corey Wayne Patterson, eventually landed in Ripley, about 85 miles southeast of Memphis, Tennessee. That's where he was arrested.
We do know Patterson has some flight instruction. We do not believe he is a licensed pilot. That is still ongoing to discover that. He is an employee of Tupelo Aviation and has been for 10 years, so he has access to these aircraft.
The FAA says it's investigating this incident, and the agency also says the FBI field office in Jackson, Mississippi, responded to what happened and is conducting its own investigation. Well, Governor Greg Abbott says rape victims can prevent getting pregnant by taking the Plan B contraceptive pill. Now, during an interview Friday with the Dallas Morning News, the Republican recommended emergency contraception now that abortion is banned in Texas. The state law does not have an exception for rape or incest, but there is an exception if the mother's life is at stake. Now, Abbott also said rape victims can help ensure their attacker is prosecuted by reporting the crime to law enforcement. The Department of Veteran Affairs says it will provide abortion services to veterans and their families in cases of rape, incest, or if the woman's life is at risk. It's the first time in the agency's history that abortion services and abortion counseling are being offered. All VA hospitals and clinics can provide abortion care regardless of state restrictions. The VA service about 300,000 women of childbearing ages. Well, after a fiery speech calling out former President Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans, President Biden is shifting his focus to the economy. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson has more on his message with 64 days to go before the midterm elections.
President Biden appeared upbeat, talking about the latest jobs report, and he says he's optimistic about the American economy.
The bottom line is jobs are up, wages are up, people are back to work, and we're seeing some signs that inflation maybe, I'm not overpromising, may be beginning to ease.
According to the new August jobs report, 315,000 new jobs were added. But that's a 40% decrease compared to the more than 500,000 jobs added in July. Unemployment ticked up to 3.7% from 3.5% in July. The Republican National Committee said, quote, hardworking Americans are living paycheck to paycheck thanks to Joe Biden and Democrats' higher prices, higher taxes, and lower wages. As long as Democrats continue to rubber stamp Biden's agenda and waste taxpayer dollars on their radical policies, families will continue to struggle to afford everything from gas to school supplies to groceries. Speaking in front of Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the former capital of the United States, complete with red lighting and flanked by 2 United States Marines, President Biden mentioned the MAGA acronym 13 times.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Fox News followed up with the president a day later.
Mr. President, do you consider all Trump supporters to be a threat to the country?
When people voted for Donald Trump and support him now, they weren't voting for attacking the Capitol. They weren't voting for overruling an election. They were voting for the philosophy he put forward.
The price of gasoline has continued to fall from its record high back in June, but remains 60% higher than when President Biden was sworn into office. At the White House, Lucas Tomlinson, Fox News.
Both parties will try to make the economy a big issue for voters in November. So we'll hear from the chairs of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee and National Republican Congressional Committee this morning on Fox News Sunday at 8, right after Good Day Sunday here on Fox 4. Big sigh here. Another hydrogen leak kept the Artemis 1 mission here on Earth. So Saturday afternoon's attempt was the second time NASA tried to launch their rocket toward the moon. Monday's launch from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida was also scrubbed, and this mission will not include astronauts, but it is meant to be a test flight. So NASA Administrator Bill Nelson said repair work could delay the Artemis 1 mission until next month.
We do not launch until we think it's right. And these teams have labored over that. And that is the conclusion that they came to.
So the rocket will likely need to be removed from the launch pad and taken into the shop for engineers to fix Saturday's issue. Another test flight could be scheduled at the end of the month, but likely won't happen until October.
I was shot 7 times with a .40 caliber pistol.
A Georgia woman talks about the attack that changed her life. Up next, Tina Davis' story and how she's recovering after being shot 7 times. And the travel troubles continue for people trying to get away for the unofficial end of summer. After the break, we have an update on the delays and cancellations across the country.
And as the holiday weekend continues, so do our afternoon shower and storm chances. Slightly higher coverage today, lower coverage tomorrow. I'll time that out for you as we take a closer look at your hot and very humid end of the weekend forecast coming up.
Hey, welcome back. Your time now is 6:13 on this Sunday. Temperatures looks like at 76. Not too bad. It could be worse. If you're joining us right now, good morning to you. Grab your coffee. Kylie's going to have more on your forecast in just a bit. Well, travel in and out of DFW Airport and Dallas Love Field seems to be fairly smooth this holiday weekend. Good news there. But between both airports, there were 19 flight cancellations and just under 500 delays. Now, it's early, but so far today, FlightAware is reporting 6 flights canceled. All of them are at DFW Airport. And as for delayed flights, FlightAware is reporting 18 at DFW Airport and just 3 at Dallas Love Field. And across the U.S. this holiday weekend, nearly 350 flights have been canceled since Friday. As for delays, more than 8,200 flights have been affected. The travel troubles have plagued travelers this summer, and reports say the price of airfares has got up nearly 20% since March. But while many U.S. carriers struggle, there is one that seems to be thriving.
Well, I think this summer's been a challenge for a lot of carriers. I think there's been significant cancellations as you're covering. I will say, though, in Frontier's case, we're having one of the best summers we've ever had. In fact, in August, we canceled less than 1% of our flights. So I think, there's big differences among these carriers. So make sure that you understand who you're flying.
With the price of gasoline slowly falling, many people decided to drive this Labor Day weekend. The national average for a gallon of regular unleaded gas is $3.79. And the DFW area, we're only paying an average of $3.25 a gallon, and that's 30 cents less than we paid last month. But you know what? If you're like me and Kylie, you're probably going to stay home and enjoy, football and eat a lot. I'm not traveling.
Emphasis on that. Yesterday, I filled up my tank for less than $50, and I felt like I needed to really capture the moment, sit in it,
Must be nice.
Enjoy that for my credit card. Right?
That's like a moment to like celebrate.
It absolutely is.
Yes.
And like you said, I know a lot of folks probably are staying home this Labor Day holiday